In just 2 days, the Defence Secretaries of India and Pakistan begin talks in Islamabad, a meeting where the Siachen dispute is expected to come up. Pakistan says the Siachen dispute can be resolved. Not so quickly, says India. On the program this evening is India's position on Siachen unreasonable, as some in Pakistan say it is. Joining us to discuss this, Major General Cheru Thapliyal, who served in that area. G. Parthasarthi, the former High Commissioner to Pakistan, also with us, and from Islamabad, Air Vice Marshal Shehzad Chaudhry. But before we speak to our panelists this evening, here's a quick look at what the Siachen conflict, the essence of the conflict, is all about. The roots of the Siachen conflict lies in the map of North Ladakh being non-demarcated beyond a point called NJ 9842. The 1949 Karachi Agreement and the 1972 Simla Agreement presumed that it was simply not possible for any human habitation to survive north of this point. Before 1984, neither India nor Pakistan had any permanent presence in the area. In the 70s and early 80s, Pakistan allowed several mountaineering expeditions into the area, a move India saw as Islamabad reinforcing its claim to the zone. Pakistan claims the line of control at NJ 9842 extends eastwards to the Karakoram Pass. India says it goes northwards. On the 13th of April 1984, the Indian Army and the Indian Air Force went into the glacier after India launched Operation Meghdoot. Pakistan moved in with its own troop deployment in the area. The Indian Army presently controls the Siachen Glacier and has the tactical high ground along the Saltoro Range to the west of Siachen. India controls the Bilaphonla Pass, the Siala Pass, the Gyeongla Pass, and has positions stretching all the way to Indrakol in the north. Well, that's what the Indian Army has been fighting for all these decades, and the Pakistani side, their soldiers, they've also been trying their best in what is without doubt one of the most difficult places on the face of the earth, where the war takes place, sometimes in temperatures of below minus 20 degrees C at altitudes of greater than 20,000 feet. Is this really an area that both sides can disengage from? Pakistan says yes, India says not quite, not just yet. Mr. Parthasarthi, let me come to you first. Why is it legally not tenable for India to give up our positions, not on the Siachen Glacier, because that's not really in concern? India occupies the area to the west of the Siachen Glacier, the Saltoro Ridge.
Well, the Pakistanis go back to fiction. They would like the border to lie around the Karakoram Pass, which means Pakistan and China can link up and outflank us from the north. That's unacceptable. In 1949, the army commanders met in Karachi and agreed on the delineation of the line of control. Up to as you said, the point 9842. They said beyond 9842, the ceasefire line, quote unquote, proceeds north to the glaciers.
Yes.
It's very clearly defined as to how this passes, not as the Pakistanis say to the Karakoram Pass. North to the glaciers, there are two glaciers. There's the Siachen Glacier, which is on the east, and further up north is the Baltoro Glacier.
Yes.
Now, north to the glaciers, when you draw an international line of control or a border across mountainous terrain, the mountain, like in our case of our borders with China, lies around the high mountain ranges.
Yes.
The high mountain ranges are the Saltoro Range.
Yes.
We are deployed north of the glaciers. If we were to go directly north, we would have had half of Pakistan, of the northern areas of which Pakistan controls. No, we took the reasonable position. North to the glaciers is along the high mountain ridges.
Okay.
That is where we are positioned legally. Now, at a certain point in time, we were considering a pullback.
Yes.
But in 1998, we took the position that let us first decide where we are.
Right.
Otherwise, you will say that you are sitting in the Karakoram Pass. Now, what we have then done since then the position then was authenticate this line. Since then, after Kargil, when the line of control was authenticated and delineated,
yes,
Pakistan crossed because it was not demarcated.
Right.
So very clearly our position is first, before we discuss withdrawal, let's be very clear. We aren't going to allow you to link up with the Chinese as you claim in your maps.
Right.
At the Karakoram Pass. So let us first authenticate, second delineate, and then demarcate.
Okay.
Because when we did not demarcate in Kargil,
Yeah.
they crossed it and said they crossed it.
Do you have the NDTV Profit app? All the markets, all the news and your own homemade, ready-made portfolio available there for you.
We will right now answer what you should sell, what you should buy when markets are down.
Download at ndtvprofit.com/apps. Get the best app from the channel you trust.